So here we are on the River Welland. It's looking pretty good eventually. We wanted to come to the riverbank for quite a while now, but there hasn't actually been a riverbank. The flooding has been so bad, and then we've had a really cold spell. This is the first day really where it's got above zero. It's about 5 or 6 degrees now, and it's actually quite nice. Whether they'll be feeding or whether it's just too cold remains to be seen, but it looks pretty good. Bit of colour on the water, and we'll try and winkle out a few chub. So first of the river sessions for the wanglers. I'll let you decide what the W stands for, and we'll give it a go. I've had a few out of here in the past, nothing massive, sort of £4, £4.5 maximum, but there's some nice fish in here, so we'll see what we can get. It's not prolific, I won't catch loads, but if I can catch 1 or 2 today, that'd be fantastic. I'm here for a few hours, probably an hour into darkness, 45 minutes into darkness, and we'll see what we can do. I'll show you my setup and what have you in a minute. So I've just got a small feeder on today. I figure flows quick enough that it will wash anything out I feed by hand away, so I'll put a little feeder on to hold the bait in the swim. Just got crumb bread in there and a few bits of sweet corn in the middle, and then I'm going to put fish paste, cheese paste rather, on the hook, which is a secret recipe handed down over the centuries. It's not really, it's Danish blue and short crust pastry, but I've had it, this has been on the go for a little while, so it's quite stinky. It's not long come out the freezer, so it should be quite stiff. We'll see if we can hold that on the hook, and we'll get cracking. So I've been here about half an hour now, no joy as yet, and I don't know if you can see behind me, some numpties have come into the swim behind me and are throwing rocks in, which probably isn't that helpful. So I think I'll whack a bit of bait in here before I go. I have caught fish from here before and from where they're messing about, so it's worth baiting up and coming back to it in due course when they've gone home and numpting around in their own houses. It's a great stretch this on the Welland, but it does get busy, dog walkers and general numpties. And that swim in particular is like a beach area, I call it the beach swim. And it does invite dog walkers and numpties of this parish, of which there are 4, making a general nuisance of themselves. So I'm going to move up to a different swim and get out of the wind a bit as well. Numpties. So I've moved swims now. I'm up to kind of a little, what I call the bay swim. There's a couple of bays and a big pool, and I've caught plenty of fish from here in the past. And then there's another swim just next door, which is the swing. There's a rope swing and there's a fallen down tree and you can fish right under it. So it's a couple of good swims here. So I'm going to give it 20 minutes here and then probably 20 minutes next door at least. I've caught loads of fish from here before, probably my biggest 4.5 pounder out of here, and I can tuck myself out of the wind a bit here as well, so we'll see how we get on. So I've had a couple of taps and knocks. I did try and get some of them on camera. I've definitely had a couple of taps and knocks, and then when I bought bait in, it was kind of, you could tell the toothpaste had been kind of mangled. So it might be smaller fish having a little peck around, I don't know, but I've definitely had a couple of bites. I'm very much debating now whether to swap to worm or even luncheon meat, just to try and get a bite. It's about 3/4 to 4 now, so another half an hour, 45 minutes, it will be starting to get dark, which is fine. I have caught, best session I had was into dark, but it was in the summer. So I don't know about today, but we'll keep trying, and there's small signs of hope now, I think, anyway. So I'll drop back in the swim I was in previously, little bay swim. I was getting bites in that last swim, a couple of tips and taps, but it was a bit breezy there. I'm really tucked away here. Like I say, caught fish here before. I've got my head torch that I got for Christmas ready to go now, and I've got my starlight on the end of my quiver tip. So as it gets dark, I should be able to cope. And like I said before, I'm planning to fish till about 5:30. It's dark about 4:30, 4:45, so into dark. So whether they'll get a bit braver as it gets dark, we'll have to see. As I say, I have had some joy into darkness here before, but that was the back end of the summer. So we'll have to see. I'm back on the cheese paste now. I didn't really feel it on the worms. I was getting bites on the cheese paste, so we'll stick with that and see where we get to. So it's last knockings now. So I've gone up to 5:30, dark as you can see. Again, I've had a few knocks in this swim, a few rattles, but I couldn't get one on. I think the water just needs to heat up a bit. Anyway, last 5 or 10 minutes, and then let's grab the rods and head up to the car, not far away. Blank, but understandable in the conditions. I might come back next weekend if I can get another pass and give it another go. Wanglers out! Boom, boom, boom. The Wanglers are back. W-anglers, you decide what the W stands for. So I'm back chasing chub today. I was on the Welland a couple of miles upstream a couple of weeks ago, but it was just after that really cold spell, and I don't think they'd woken up. So I'm back on the Welland today, a new stretch for me. A friend at work put me onto it, so we'll see how we get on here. He reckons there's loads of chub in here. So we'll be getting the old bread flake on, a bit of quiver tip, just a couple of running rig, a couple of SSG on the running weight, and we'll see if we can pick up a couple of chub. I'll probably put this together with the video I did a couple of weeks ago, Chasing Chub Part 2, and we'll see if we can get a couple. I'm in. The Wanglers have struck. Get over to the mat, unhooking mat obviously. That's a little one, but I'll take it. Pop it on the mat there, just caught in its bottom lip. Literally been fishing 5 minutes, just cast to a little slack area. Right. And we had one, little one. the fish is the fish, and I'm quite happy with that. I'll show you it. Nice little chub. I don't know, about a pound. Lovely little thing, mint condition. See if we can find a couple of his bigger brothers or sisters. So we're in the second swim now, 50 yards downstream. There's a nice pool opposite me with a couple of fallen down trees. So I'll try and flick it out into that pool, just close to the trees as I dare, and try and tease one out. I'm going to stick with the bread, caught the last fish on bread, so that's working fine. And we'll see if we can wangle out another fish or two. See what we can do. Let's get wangling. All the shot on my sort of link ledger have disappeared, so I don't know when that's happened, whether that happened when I caught that fish and I've not noticed, which explains why I've been being pulled out of position so much. I'll sort that out and then we'll probably move up to the next swim. Great wangling, you silly old wangler. We're in the third swim now. Nice little spot, we just drift under a tree here, so we'll see what we can get. On the move again. That's 3 swims now. I really thought I might get something in that swim there. I was fishing right under a little tree in the slack water and I really fancied a bite there, but it didn't happen really at all. So I'm moving up, trying to find some more deep spots, deep water. And the river's flowing a little bit fast today and the sun's up beautiful today. But there is some cloud cover. Nice spot there. Behind me there is quite nice. And then it's flowing fast, you know. You've got to try and find these little spots where it's running a bit slower or it's in the slack. I've caught before where the slack joins the fast, which will work if I can find a nice little spot for that. We're just walking up now. Beautiful day, February the 3rd. See what we can find. Morning. Beautiful stretch of the Welland this. I've not fished it before, but it's absolutely stunning. Not very wide. 12 feet, the widest, maybe not even that. 10 feet. But it's really pretty. Definitely a spot back there I could try. I think I'm getting a few bites. Got a fish on. Got a fish on. Thought I was getting bites, told you. It's a bit bigger than the first one. Looks like a decent fish, this. Wrangler strike again. Let's get it in though. Feels like a bigger one. Well, trying to take me in there. in the flow. When it gets in that flow, here it comes. It's in that flow. Oh. Got it. It's a bit bigger than the first one. Bit bigger than the first one, but not massive. It gets in that flow. They feel much bigger than what they are. Let's get it on the mat and let's unhook it and show you it. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. Might be £2 just. Lovely chub, lovely chub-ly, as they say. Got the hook safely out. Got the fish on the mat, so everything's nice and safe. And let's have, it's a pristine chub, beautiful. Might just push £2. Beautiful fish. I had a few knocks and taps and then I was really just reeling it in and I had a fish on. Typical Wangler style. A quick look at the other side. So that's 2, so I'm really happy if I can get another one in a 2-hour session. I'm not complaining about that. Let's get it back. Nothing probably quite to strike at. I'm going to give it another couple of minutes here, then I'm going to head back down towards the car. Maybe have one last sort of 10-15 minutes in the swim I started at when I caught that little £1, 1.5 pounder, or somewhere near there, and then it's just a quick hop back to the car and off to get back to family duties. So look, I've had 2 fish in about, if it ends up being 2 fish in 2.5 hours on a stretch of river I've never fished before. I'm actually pretty pleased. So managed to snap my line in this last swim before I even got bait in the water, which is very annoying because I think I might have got another one out of here. It looks really nice. Flow's a bit steadier here, and yeah, I think I might have got that 3rd one and I would have been very happy with 3. Not that I'm disappointed with 2. On a stretch of river I've never fished before, 2.5 hours, I really can't complain. I'll definitely be back. Some great spots and I'm just learning it really, so I think next time bit less faffing and running around and fishing in rubbish swims. I think I could catch 3 or 4 if the river's fishing as it is today. It's a nice bottle green colour. The bread was working an absolute treat, and I think my rig was working well, to be honest. You know, just a couple of SSGs. Probably could have done with one more as it is quite fast, but look, it worked. I just need to learn the river better and get the spots better, and it'd be nice to get one of those big ones that are in here. I know there's fish to over £4 in here, so it'd be lovely to catch a 4.5. I mean, my PB's £4.5 further down the Welland, so it'd be great to get a 4.5 pound or something like that, which I think is doable. I'll probably be back next weekend, so we'll do another one. But for now, I think we'll have a part 1 and part 2. This is part 2 coming to an end, and we've been chasing chub and we finally caught up with a couple. Wanglers out.